My name's Taylor Simonette. I'm a rising junior at Carnegie Mellon, and I'm studying clinical psychology and cognitive neuro, and I'm an intern at Youth Enrichment Services. I think the thing that I enjoyed the most was just how real the stories were. I think that the students really enjoyed hearing other people talk about their own experiences and how they actually use these practices to get somewhere in life. Because I know sometimes when you're telling them really good things like to take care of their well-being, if you don't show them that it works and show them that you know and just be vulnerable, they don't really get the point and they're not going to do it. So I think that the personal stories definitely had a big impact on them. I think the biggest thing was just the importance of identity, especially because if you don't know who you are and your purpose, it's really easy to be led astray by other people, and life can also just feel really pointless and discouraging. So especially when you have to do something like little tasks that you don't like or in your rough patch, being able to think of like your greater purpose, the reason you're alive, I think is just really beautiful and can help people get through things and just find out just their little purpose, like what career they want to do. Once you understand that underlying purpose, I think everything just becomes more meaningful and just easier. I believe that Back to Purpose should come to CMU because I know that work, especially college work where people want to push themselves so hard, can take a toll on you. And I know a lot of students where they just feel like they're a failure if they do bad on a test, or they get to college and it's a lot harder than they expected. But the reality is like there is so much more to life, and you think as a student like my purpose is to do well, but it's more than that. And well is not just like only getting a 4.0 GPA. Like if your best is less than that, that's okay, and you're still growing and learning. So I think that if students just practice those affirmations so that they can boost their own self-esteem and just understand that they're worth so much more than their academic performance, that they would just do better, their well-being would be better. And I think when you just have that balance and that sense of self-worth, you're more confident, and then ultimately you'll perform a little better. So if you give yourself those affirmations, maybe one day you will get that 4.0. So I feel like Jesus, I'm coming to realize, is my purpose. Definitely one of those people that I take a lot of pride in, like my grades, or I'm a student athlete, and so I throw shot put and discus, and I got a lot of my self-worth from those two things. And when I got to college, I wasn't doing poorly or anything like that, but the workload was harder, so it was taking so much more of my time, and I just realized that those things that I enjoyed and that I got this self-worth from just became exhausting, and I became afraid that if I don't do well, then like I am not enough. And so I started to meet some new Christian friends and started to read my Bible more, and then I started to find out those truths about myself, like I am who God says I am, and I am chosen, and that I have a greater purpose than being an athlete or getting good grades, being smart. Those are great things and I can use them to reach people, but I am more than that. And just getting rid of that anxiety has actually helped me to perform better, and my GPA has improved. I'm a better athlete than I was, and it's really cool that just focusing on Jesus and who he says I am has just helped me to do better, because I thought shifting the focus would make me do worse, but it didn't. I have purpose. Back to purpose.